Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Greenville where a man has died in police custody. Now the Pitt County Sheriff's Office say the 49-year-old Stuart Stanton was in a cell with a cellmate when he experienced a medical emergency. His cellmate notified officers, then they immediately responded to help him. EMS was called to help, but Stanton passed away, according to the sheriff's office. On Wednesday, a Greenville police officer stopped Stanton's vehicle during a DWI and narcotics investigation. Court records say he ran from the scene, leading to a misdemeanor resisting a public officer charge. The documents also say officers found that Stanton had a Taurus G2C 9mm handgun in his possession. Because he had a prior felony conviction, he was charged with possession of a firearm by a felon. Now, the Pitt County Sheriff's Office says the SBI was requested to come in and investigate his death. And now we want to turn our attention to bears and Japan, where bear attacks have been on the rise recently. NBC's Janice Mackey-Freyer has more.
Hey guys, good morning. You know, Japan has always had a lot of bears, but never so many bear attacks on people. We went to Akita Prefecture. It's considered a front line of the crisis, where authorities are trying everything from drones to hunters and even the army to tackle the bear threat.
Across northern Japan to the outskirts of Tokyo, there's a surge of unwanted visitors. Bears are breaking into supermarkets and hotels, raiding orchards, even barreling down ski hills. They've attacked vehicles and people out of the blue. So when bears were spotted near the school where Yoji Hakagi is principal, he came up with a noise routine to scare them and chop down any trees offering food like chestnuts.
Have you ever seen the bear problem this bad?
This is the first time, he says. It's extremely abnormal. Bears have long been a fact of life here in Japan, with at least 12,000 brown bears like grizzlies in northern Hokkaido alone. Yet this year, a record 235 bear attacks have killed 13 people. The army, riot police, and hunters have been deployed, using drones that bark like dogs, honey-laced traps, even mechanical wolves to keep brazen bears at bay. It's happening in part because of climate change. With barely enough food to scrounge in forests, the bears are coming down from the mountains. And there aren't many of the old traditional Matagi bear hunters left either.
If you do want to enjoy the outdoors, you got to be prepared with bear bells and buzzers.
Emergency drills have been stepped up along with warnings, all keeping residents on edge. Back at the school, bear safety is also a lesson in coexistence. The pop of firecrackers, both a warning to bears and the all clear for kids to play.
With bears soon expected to hibernate, officials say the number of sightings and attacks should start to slow down. Still, the State Department and other countries have issued an unusual wildlife warning for travelers in northern Japan to be cautious or bear aware, even in populated areas, and to avoid hiking alone. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Janice, for that report. We now turn to your weather forecast. It is looking like air temperatures are going to be coming down here over the next few days. Today is going to be a, warmer day than yesterday, but we will see those air temperatures return to the really upper 40s to low 50s as we head through this upcoming weekend. Today, upper 50s to low 60s. Right now, again, looking at certainly some sunny skies out there, but cloud cover right now is trying to slowly thicken. I think it's going to have a much more successful opportunity to thicken up over eastern North Carolina once we get past lunchtime today. Right now, Greenville, Pirate Cam showing 45 degrees, southwesterly wind, 7 miles an hour. And that, despite it being out of the southwest, it is still giving us a slight wind chill. 45 right now feels like 41. Here's a look at temperatures across the board. And we continue to still see a very wide spread of air temperatures. 39 degrees in Roanoke Rapids, 55 and 56 in Beaufort and Hatteras, respectively. It is, again, kind of a day where anything can be possible depending on your location. If you're itching for a little bit more of that winter cool weather, head north towards the Virginia line. If you're hoping for a little bit more warmth, the Crystal Coast and the Outer Banks have you covered. Right now, again, those areas along the Outer Banks closer to the water and even along the Crystal Coast, New Bern right now showing a 7-degree rise in air temperatures over the past 24 hours. Now we're seeing the kind of flip side of that coin in Rocky Mount, Ahoskie, and Roanoke Rapids, where we're actually reporting cooler temperatures than where we were 24 hours ago. But because of the southwesterly winds, today is going to be warmer than yesterday throughout eastern North Carolina. Despite where your air temperatures may be right now when compared to yesterday, coming up this afternoon, we are looking at least the upper 50s, most likely the low 60s showing up because of the sunshine and because of that west-southwesterly breeze. Now, as we head towards 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m., the cloud cover will get thicker and thicker and eventually lead to perhaps maybe a few light raindrops today. Most of the rain, though, is going to be coming in through the day tomorrow. Starting out with air temps in the low to mid 40s, really not going to be getting all that warm, especially when compared to our start temp. Our daytime high is only around 10 degrees warmer than our morning low. A lot of that has to do, of course, with the cloud cover and the rain showers that will be present. And northeasterly winds will also again try to bring in some cooler air. But here's a look at how those rain showers will start to approach. By 5 o'clock again, most of eastern North Carolina looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then a few raindrops try to sneak in. Going to be very, very light for tonight into tomorrow morning. But once we get past 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow, that's when we'll start to see more of that moisture blob move over eastern North Carolina. And I think we'll have the wettest time period show up over the tail end of the day, the PM hours. Once we get past lunchtime, we're looking at more widespread, heavier rainfall. Still not looking at a deluge, but anticipating around 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain coming down tomorrow across eastern North Carolina. And those raindrops, they'll still be with us by midnight, but they will be falling apart by that point, leaving us with a sunnier forecast coming up for the following day on Sunday. So first half of the weekend looks like an indoor movie weekend, whereas the second half is one of those where if you got a new bicycle for Christmas, it's going to be a great day to get out and ride. You're going to want to have a jacket as well, because Sunday is going to be a little bit chilly out there. There's a look at that low pressure system moving in early Saturday morning. Again, really passes over eastern North Carolina over the tail end of your Saturday and then leaves us early Sunday morning. And we enjoy, again, a bit of a breeze, but plenty of sunshine as we wrap up the first weekend of 2026. Let's take a look again at your full 8-day forecast. 49 degrees on Saturday, 48 on Sunday, and then we slowly warm back up again. 53 on Monday, 60 on Tuesday, upper 60s on Wednesday and Thursday, only to be outdone by the following Friday, coming in at 73 degrees. Does come with a little bit more cloud cover and a slim chance of rain, but hey, we'll focus on the 73 versus the 20%. However, I should note that we are in need of the raindrops, and seeing the rain coming in on Saturday is a good thing. Right now, again, the drought monitor, let's just do a double check here. Southeast, and yeah, it is. Yeah, across most of eastern North Carolina, we are either abnormally dry or under a moderate drought. Not as bad as I was anticipating, but again, still very much in need of the moisture. Now, we will be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic first Friday of 2026. We'll see you back here coming up in just under an hour.